Welcome to Year 4's Assembly this week. In keeping with our theme today, we would like to start with an acknowledgement of country.
We acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land, the Darug people, and pay our respect to their elders, past and present, for they hold the memories, the traditions, the culture and health of Aboriginal Australia. May we always remember that this land is, was and always will be traditional Aboriginal land.
Father of all, you gave us the dreaming. You have spoken to us through our beliefs. You then made your love clear to us in the person of Jesus. We thank you for your care. You own us. You are our hope. Make us strong as we face the problems of challenge. We ask you to help the people of Australia to listen to our Indigenous people and help us to respect their culture. Make the knowledge of you grow strong in all people, so that you can be at home in us and we can make a home for everyone in our land. Amen.
This term, we have been focusing on our driving question. As an author, explain who was in Australia first. Guided by the success criteria, we were free to choose our topic, our text type and our style of presentation.
We use lots of secondary sources to do our research, such as books and the internet, but the most powerful was our primary source of information, Uncle Chris from the New South Wales National Parks. Our excursion to Yellamundi took us back in time, and as we learned the way of Australia's Indigenous people, the Aboriginals. Photos of this day have been playing in the background.
We have just finished our text and would like to share some snippets with you. We hope it helps to deepen your understanding of the culture of the people who have lived in Australia for more than 50,000 years ago.
Lessons from me, an Aboriginal mother, me with my children. Hi, my name is Alkira, and I am an Aboriginal woman in Sydney. I'm going to tell you what we do, what we teach our children. Today I was teaching my children how to survive in the bush. By the time they have been taught for a year or two, they can go into the bush all by themselves. When they are 2 or 3, they can go out into the bush and look for food. What we eat. I eat witchetty grubs, certain ants, possums and other animals, beetles, birds, plants, wild watermelon, fish and eels. It's delicious. What we wear. We are mostly naked, but if we are lucky, we can wrap ourselves in a cloth. Life. My young son went out with me and his sisters and learn about surviving. The teenagers, boys, go out with their dads, and when they have a celebration, they go, and when they come back, They wear a belt with weapons on it. How we make soccer balls. We get possum skin and grass and just put the grass inside of the possum skin and there is your soccer ball. My sons love this one.
Aboriginal. Hello students, I am Layla and I'm going to be telling you about the tools, transport and weapons the Aboriginals used. Boats. The boats that the Aboriginals used weren't made from trees but made from tree bark. Since the Aboriginals did not want to hurt the bush, they did it in a smart way and used tree bark. The Aboriginals used the mogos to help get the bark off the tree. How they did it, you ask? Well, the Aboriginal men would get their mogos, find a large tree, and they would cut a shape of a boat out and pull it off the tree. Stone axe. Stone axes were made out of river stones and wood. They would sharpen the river rocks with sandstone. First, they would dip the river rock into water, then take it out and sharpen it with sandstone. Once the rock was sharpened, they would cut the top bit of the wood open, then slot the rock in. The women would get stringy wood and then weave it into rope. The men would tie the rope around the axe to stabilise it. Then that would be their axe to build everything. So the Aboriginals called it a mogo. Spears. There were many different types of spears. The Aboriginals had some spears for hunting and much more other things. The Aboriginals used a tool to throw this long spear with. Every spear would have had a hole in the bottom of it. They would get a spear and a tool to throw it with, aim an animal they want to eat or feast on for supper, and then they would throw the spear and hit the animal. Some other spears were used for fishing. The fishing spear is very similar to the hunting spear, except they're made for hunting, not fishing. They were made for fishing, not hunting. The Aboriginals didn't use the tool they used to throw the spear with to hunt with. Instead, they just used their hands. The men who wanted to go fishing would walk down to a nearby river or creek, get their spears ready, and then fish.
Aboriginal tools, weapons and art. Contents, tools, weapons and art. Tools. Aboriginals used their tools to make boats, weapons and more tools. The Aboriginals also used their tools for ceremonies. They are also used for rock carving and hunting for food. Weapons. The Aboriginals used their weapons to carve rocks and hunt for food. They also used their weapons to make boats, tools and more weapons. They also used their weapons to kill possums and make possum skin coats. Art. For ceremonies, the Aboriginals paint themselves and for special occasions. Aboriginals made their art out of clay and they find it in the ground and mash it up to make the paint. The Aboriginals used their tools to carve in the rocks as artwork such as kangaroos, hands, people, animals and boats. My Aboriginal art. This is my Aboriginal art the Aboriginals made their art out of clay and they found it in the ground. They smashed it up and put a bit of water on it. The clay can be all sorts of colours, like red, black, white, cream and blue.
Thank you, Year 4.
There's a song.